The first thing that we're gonna need to do any soft tracking, you have to think about tracking in two stages. First, there's the hard track. So we're gonna track my face. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a moving object. And I'm going to make a spline. And I'm gonna limit it to very specific area because I don't want any more than this. So it's a little bit, you have to make a decision. You could not do this stage of roto and then later do some auto tracking and lay out some blips and then delete all the extraneous trackers, but that's time consuming as well. So you just have to decide, pick your poison. What do you want to do? Okay, good enough, good enough. So this spline 2 garbage, I want this to be the main feature set for object 1. Features. Go into advanced, and I'm going to turn on auto reblip. I'm going to do a little of this action. This is 4K imagery. Some of these default settings are ideal for lower resolution imagery. Yeah. So you can see that more features are being picked up, more of the large features. 8, yep, sure. That looks pretty good. I want my maximum tracker count to be a bit higher, because we're going to have a lot of trackers to kill, and I want to average out the error more. So, blips all frames. Pretty fast, not bad. Let's do appeal all. Fantastic. All right. Now we'll look at the trackers. So we have a bunch of trackers in the background. The problem with the background is I actually needed, let's undo that. Let's go back to the roto masking. This camera 1 right here, I need to put in a garbage mat for that. And I'm gonna make it really simple. Let's do this. That's probably good. That's probably fine. It's just fine. Yeah, that masks that out pretty well. All I want are features in the background there. So this garbage mat, let's move that down. So this spline belongs to object 1. This spline belongs to, is a garbage mat for everything, and the way this is going to get computed is in this stack order, so I'll just show you. Back to the features tab. I'm going to hit peel all and I'm going to get a complaint. Splines have changed and a link frames is needed. Do it now? Yes. Okay, so now when we look at the trackers, we can see in the background the trackers for the camera. It's now limited to just stuff in the background, and these trackers for my face are only limited to my face, so that's good. But we'll just see what happens. Got to do some setup on the solver. Object 1 is going to be automatic, undirected, and camera 1, I'm going to make it a tripod. And sometimes I hit slow but sure just because it's all computer voodoo. Okay, let's see what we have here. Hey, that's not bad. This looks pretty good. Now, if you go to my earlier tracking tutorials about face tracking, that was for a really difficult face track where my face was deforming all over the place. My face isn't deforming a lot here, so the auto tracker does a fantastic job. It also helps that I have this kind of thickish beard with all kinds of detail in it to pick up. If your actor didn't have that much detail in his face, you'd be a little more, you'd have to do more manual tracking is what I'm saying. A couple things to note. Object 1, if we look down here at the overall error for the whole solve, that's kind of high. But I think the reason for that is all of these auto trackers, you're gonna find they slide along the details of my beard. So we'll look at this tracker, for example. It's got a pretty long lifespan. It's okay. I'm gonna hit 5 on the keyboard. Let's go to the tracker tab. 5 will keep it centered. So you can see it kind of jumping around a little bit, trying to figure out where it needs to be. But the error, like I said, the error on the individual trackers, the overall error for everything is a bit high, but the point cloud is solid, and we're gonna drop some geometry in here. Let's just save the scene and we'll go to step 2 in a bit.